Dylan Wang, the beloved star who stole hearts across Asia and beyond, has finally broken his silence in a way no one saw coming. Before we reveal the deeply personal truth he shared while wiping away tears, be sure to subscribe now. You won't want to miss another emotional moment like this. In a world where celebrities carefully curate every image, word, and moment they share, it's rare to witness something so raw, so vulnerable, and so entirely unfiltered. Dylan Wang, known for his charming smile, confident gaze, and signature coolness, shocked fans and industry insiders alike during a recent interview when he broke down in tears and revealed a secret he's kept hidden for years, one that has shaped every part of his career, relationships, and identity. It all started innocently enough, a sit-down talk with a popular Chinese variety show. What was meant to be a light-hearted conversation about his latest projects and fan interactions quickly took an unexpected turn. When the host asked him a seemingly simple question, "Is there anything you've never told your fans but wish they knew?" the entire tone of the room shifted. Dylan paused. His normally poised demeanor faded. He looked down, exhaled slowly, and then, to everyone's shock, his voice cracked. "There's something I've carried with me for a long time," he began, blinking rapidly to hold back the flood of emotion already forming. The room grew silent. The host, sensing the weight of what was coming, gently nodded, giving him space to speak freely. What followed was a revelation so heartfelt that fans around the world are still reeling from it. With tears falling, Dylan confessed, "People see the glamour, the fame, the red carpets, but they don't see the part of me that constantly feels like I'm not enough." Those words alone were enough to stun his audience. But he wasn't finished. For years, he continued, "I battled anxiety and fear. Fear of failing, fear of disappointing those who believe in me, fear that maybe this version of me isn't real enough." His voice trembled as he spoke, and the cameras didn't cut away. This wasn't acting. This wasn't performance. This was Dylan, unguarded and stripped of his superstar armor. Fans watching the interview live began flooding social media with messages of support and heartbreak. Many couldn't believe that the actor they had always viewed as confident and untouchable had been suffering silently behind the scenes. But the most jaw-dropping part came next. Dylan revealed that during the peak of his Meteor Garden fame, while the world was celebrating him, he was at his lowest point emotionally. "There were days I didn't want to leave the house," he said. "I would get ready for a shoot, smile for the cameras, laugh in interviews, but the moment I was alone, I felt like I was drowning." The secret? Dylan has been living with performance anxiety and chronic self-doubt for years, a hidden struggle he never dared to voice until now. He shared that he often felt pressure to live up to the idealized image fans and the media painted of him. "I felt like I had to be perfect, or I would lose everything," he admitted. The confession hit especially hard because of Dylan's reputation. On screen, he exudes charm, control, and quiet intensity. Off-screen, he's admired for his humility and grace. But now, fans were learning that behind that calm surface was a young man desperately trying to hold it all together. "I've always wanted to protect others from seeing my weakness," he said tearfully. "Even my closest friends didn't know the full extent of what I was feeling. I thought if I just kept pushing through, it would go away. But it didn't." At one point in the interview, Dylan's hands visibly trembled. He wiped his eyes and looked into the camera, addressing his fans directly. "I'm sorry I never told you. I thought I had to be strong for everyone. But strength doesn't mean hiding your pain. It means sharing it so you don't carry it alone." Those words immediately resonated. Online forums lit up. Fans from across the globe, China, South Korea, the Philippines, Thailand, the US, began sharing their own stories of anxiety, self-doubt, and the pressure to live up to others' expectations. Dylan had not only shared a personal truth, he had opened the door for thousands of others to do the same. What made his confession even more powerful was the context. Dylan admitted that this emotional breaking point came after years of success, chart-topping dramas, endorsement deals, magazine covers. He had everything but still felt empty inside. "I was chasing applause," he said. "But I forgot how to hear my own voice. At his lowest, Dylan turned to therapy, meditation, and journaling. Slowly, he began to rebuild from the inside. He surrounded himself with people who didn't just celebrate his success, but supported his struggles. It's okay to not be okay, he emphasized, echoing the message he now wants to share with fans. It doesn't make you weak. It makes you human. Xinyu, his longtime friend and rumored love interest, was reportedly one of the first people he opened up to. Though neither of them have confirmed the full extent of their relationship, sources close to them revealed that Xinyu was deeply moved by Dylan's honesty and has been one of his emotional anchors throughout his journey. Whether they are romantically involved or not, their bond clearly runs deep. And then came the most unexpected moment of all. Dylan made a promise on air. From now on, he said, his voice steady despite the tears, I will not hide this part of myself anymore. I will speak for those who feel unseen. I want to use my platform not just to entertain, but to heal. With those words, Dylan Wang wasn't just an actor anymore. He became a voice for a generation of young people struggling under pressure, fighting silent battles behind bright smiles. Reactions poured in instantly. Fans praised not only his openness but his determination to turn pain into purpose. It became clear that this wasn't a PR move or a temporary emotional release, this was Dylan stepping into a new version of himself. One that embraced every scar, every doubt, and every moment that led him to this turning point. And now, more opportunities are unfolding for him than ever before. Directors and producers see not just the actor, but the man behind the performance, someone who can carry roles with emotional complexity and truth. Offers for dramatic films, mental health documentaries, and even authoring a memoir have reportedly been flooding in. But perhaps the most beautiful part of this journey isn't what Dylan will gain professionally. It's the message he has already sent to the world, that fame doesn't make you invincible, and that admitting you're struggling isn't a sign of failure, but of enormous courage. There's something deeply human about watching someone you admire fall apart, and then rise again, stronger, softer, and more self-aware than before. Dylan Wang's tearful confession was not a downfall. It was a rebirth. And while no one knows exactly what the next chapter holds, whether it includes a reunion with Xinyu, a role that wins international acclaim, or quiet years spent focusing on mental health advocacy, one thing is certain, Dylan Wang is no longer living a life in the shadows of silent pain. He's standing in the light, with honesty in his eyes and strength in his voice. This is not just the story of a celebrity. This is the story of a man who dared to say, I need help, and in doing so, helped millions find the courage to say the same. If you've made it this far, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any future updates on Dylan Wang and the incredible journey he continues to share with the world. Because his story, raw, real, and utterly inspiring, is far from over. And trust us, you'll want to be here to witness every moment.